interviewed Allison Thompson, the Director of Economic Development at the Government Center, to see about the funds of our city.
Well, there's a few ways that the city gets money. One way is there's property taxes. So any property owner in Cedar Hill, whether it's a family with a home or a company that has a business location, they all pay property taxes. So that's one way the city gets money. Another way the city gets money is through sales taxes. So when you go to the store and you shop, part of that tax goes to the city. Most of it goes to the state, but some of it comes to the city. Another way the city gets money is through fees. Whether it's joining the rec center or applying for a permit to do building, the city gets fees. And so there's various ways the city gets money. We have a finance department that creates our budgets, and they determine how the money is spent. The city manager is the one that is over the administration for the city, and we go through a process where each of the departments submit our budget requests, and then it is reviewed by the city manager, finance department. Ultimately, the city council is the one that approves our budget. And so it's all based on where the needs are and that we are able to provide very critical services, for instance, police, fire. They're all part of our budget, as well as the streets, the public works department that fixes the streets and provides water and sewer. So that all goes through the budgeting process, and then ultimately it's our city council, who is elected by the citizens, that determines how the money is spent.
The unemployment rate in Cedar Hill, Texas is 5.60%. The job growth is 3.43%. The future job growth, which is in 10 years, is 41.30%. Sales tax rate is 8.25%. Cedar Hill living cost is 7.20%, which is lower than the U.S. average. In Cedar Hill, Texas, the income per capita is $28,297. The household median income is $66,659. The family median income is $79,432. In Cedar Hill, Texas, the income that is less than $15K is 5.98%. Income between $15K and $20K is 3.64%. Income between $20K and $30K is 6.50%. Income between $30K and $40K is 10.70%. Income between $40K through $50K is 8.52%. Income between $50K and $60K is 8.43%. Income between $60K and $75K is 11.91%. Income between $75K and $100K is 17.13%. Income between $100K and $150K is 17.16%. Income between $150K and $200K is 5.93%. Income greater than $200K is 4.12%.
Next, I interview Ms. Fagan to find out about the funds of our Cedar Hill Collegiate Program. I was wondering, how expensive is our collegiate program?
Very expensive. I can't give you exact numbers, but I can tell you on textbooks alone, every year the district spends $100,000 for textbooks. And so that's money that saves each one of you, per your textbook. So usually textbooks are about between 100 and 150, sometimes can go up to 180 per textbook. And you think about how many college classes you'll take over the span. And so that alone is expensive. Now we have our own building. It costs to run this building. Also, we have to pay teachers to be a part of this program. We have to make sure the teachers are trained to be a part of this particular program. All of that costs money. That chemistry lab, having to move into this building, there wasn't a chemistry lab that was up to code for teaching 10th graders because it was an intermediate school. That chemistry was $500,000 alone. So those are just some of the cost of an early college program.
Okay.
And think of it also this way: how many students do we have? The high school has 1,800. Do we have 1,800 students? No. So cost per student is phenomenal compared to a traditional school.
Okay. How are the funds being raised for everything?
Mostly bonds, which is citizens of Cedar Hill, their taxes. The money that they pay for at taxes then is harbored and put towards certain things in the district. And then the district gets attendance. So for every time y'all come to school, we get a certain amount of money and funding for that, okay? Paid by the Texas Education Agency. So that's why we stress, besides the fact that you need to be here because you need the information, but also the district gets that money back. And so some of those money goes from there. And some other programs, we've had grants in the past that support us in this program.
Do you know the exact percent of taxes?
I do not. Do you know? You're a citizen, so I don't know. I don't live in Cedar Hill, so.
Also, I was wondering, is there like websites that people could donate for, like the school?
We have a couple of GoFundMes. You know what that is? We have a couple of those. Some are books and some is Pan America. You can be a part of PTSA or Booster Club and donate through that. Donating for dances, donating for causes. And then there's the non-monetary ways that we pay back the community. So when you volunteer, sure, it's great on a resume. That's awesome for your future college when you're trying to get your application noticed, right? That's a great thing. But part of the reason why we ask our students to be so involved, and more so than any school in this district, is because of the cost that it is to run this school. Does that make sense? So it's a pay it forward kind of situation. Even though it's not monetary, it's time. It's time that you're giving back and basically appreciating the community for supporting this very expensive program.